Hi folks, Roland Martin here and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to do a little ABC stuff on the old Senko. I'm back in the Ozarks today. It's spring turkey season. I got half my turkey hunting stuff on right now, and I'm fishing some of the central Missouri lakes. And you know, I've said this 100 times. If I just had one lure and I'm fishing a strange lake like I am today, what would I start off with? Well, I might end up with another lure, but at least start off with a Senko because it's rock solid. You know, you can always catch. If there's any bass in here, something's going to hit the Senko. And so it's kind of deep out here. Now there's a log right there, and that's a big deal. And so I'm just going to start off by saying, well, maybe that log has a fish on it. So I'm just going to kind of make my first cast of the day out by the log. Just let it sink down. Okay, hold. I like to watch the line. I got a 50-pound test braid. I just have an 1/8 of an ounce lead weight. That's actually a tungsten weight. And it's a 4/0 EWG hook. It's a Gamakatsu hook. I'm just going to kind of, oh, wait a minute. I don't know if I had a strike or not. Let's see, let's try that again. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Watch the line. There's a bunch of trash right there. Bunch of logs or something. See if they'll bite. Kind of felt like a strike. Maybe not. Just kind of ease along. You know, I keep a high rod because, oh, look, there's taking it. He's taking it. I'm going to set the hook. I'm going to say, oh, I had him. I had a fish. I did. I just had one. Now my worm's all torn up. And I got a hungry bass out there, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing this. I'm just going to drop it back down in there. No, it's the worm's gone. Okay, I'll put that right down here and I'll get it later. Okay, in my pocket, I know a guy at Yamamoto, and here I have the 208 series. It's a 208. It's a watermelon red flake. That's kind of my choice for today. I just like watermelon red flake. And I get these seconds, and seconds really are just about as good as anything. So I don't know if there's a little bass or a big bass. I just don't know. But he's hungry. He didn't get the worm, and he bit the thing. So I'm going to throw it back on there as best I can. Get it all ready to go. This is my compliment today is a 50-pound test braid. You can see there's logs. If you've noticed, this lake has big trees in it, logs and all kind of heavy cover, and it's kind of dark water. So you can get by with it with braid, and braid's just a good way to go. And this is that stick series favorite rod. Okay, I just made a little bitty cast right there. I went right there and see what happens. I don't know. Keep the rod high. Kind of come up. I think he's. Oh, no. Had some weeds. Hit some weeds. Okay, throw it out past the log. Let it sink to the bottom. I got my drag adjusted pretty tight. Oh, there you go. He's got it. Oh, look at this guy. Hey, look at this guy. Oh, son, now we're talking. Hey, now we're talking. Look, right off the bat. I got a big old bass. I mean, this isn't a little bass. Look, this is a big bass. I mean, I'm talking about a big old 4 or 5 pounder, 6 pounder. It's gigantic. It's really a big bass. Look at this thing. Holy moly. Look at this guy. This is really a big fish. I don't know if I'm going to catch another one this big or not. This is mammoth. That's a big fish. That's well over 5 pounds. Look at the size of him. I just wish I had a scale. But he's got to be like a 6-pound bass at least, maybe 7. He's just a gorgeous fish. first fish of the day. Hey, it was the ABCs of fishing. I showed you how I rigged it up. I showed you how I made a cast. I showed you how to held the rod. And what a beautiful fish. Hey, here's the whole key to our good fishing in today's world. Catch and release is so critical. Now let's let this fish go. If I'm going to eat a fish, I'm going to eat a little one. This guy is a great big giant bass. It's just the first one of the day. It's just an absolute monster. It's just an absolute monster. So let me explain what I got here. Okay, this reel is one of my favorite reels. It's actually a favorite reel, and I say it's my favorite reel. It is a favorite reel, but it's also my favorite reel. So it's favorite. Okay, and the line is a 50-pound test. In this case, it's a Bass Pro Shop brand 50-pound test line. I normally use an EWG hook. This one happens to be just a different kind of hook, but it's about the same thing. It's a 3/0, 4/0 hook. I'm coming through the head of the worm about 3/8 of an inch and pulling it up on the shank in that little part right there, and bury the hook into the worm pretty good to make it real weedless. This little weight is it's actually a little heavier than it looks. It's probably at least an 1/8. It could be 3/16 because it's tungsten. Okay, so I got my drag adjusted tight. I don't know if there's any more bass in there or not, but that was a beauty. What a beautiful fish. Throw back out there. Let's see what happens. Drop it down. Now I keep a high line. I keep a high rod so I can feel really good. Okay, I'm just easing it along the bottom. And there's a log right there. If you can see that log, see right there, that's the end of the log. It's in the water. It comes right out. And I'm coming over some branches of it right now. Oh, there's one. Another one's got it. Look, another one's got it. He's taking it. I got him. I got another one. I got another one. Oh, look at this guy. Another big one. Oh, son, pretty big fish. I'm telling you, this log's got some fish on it, son. Look at this, another big old bass. Woo! I'm telling you what, folks, this is amazing. Another big old 5-pound bass. Look at this thing, it's full of them. Look at this guy. Another great big fat football. That's another big fat 5-pounder. Look at that, he's short and fat. Completely different fish than I just caught, but just as fat as can be. Okay, get this hook out. What a beautiful bass. That's the kind of fish. Look how short and fat he is. I mean, he is just an absolute butterball. An absolute butterball. An absolute butterball. Whoo! What a fish. Drop him back in the water. Okay. I found a secret log. Hey, you wouldn't believe this. That log is dynamite. Okay? You know, I'm gonna have to change my worm, I think. Yeah, I'm a worm starter. I want to show you a little trick. Okay, I've used this worm up and the whole head of the worm is all torn up, okay? Let's turn it around. Let's cut a little bit off the end. Right there. And now let's go tail first. And let's go in the tail. And I'm telling you folks, this is a way to conserve on worms. You know, these worms cost about $1 or so a piece. And you can use them a second time by using them tail first. Get twice as much work out of them. Drop that worm back, that hook back into the worm right here on the side. A nice little slip weight. I think it's a 3/16 ounce lead weight. Now, hey, before I go any farther, look at the new kid on the block. This is my O'Reilly hat. Now, I've been fishing with Jimmy Houston, and he's had an O'Reilly deal. And this guy, Jeff Shaw, he's one of the CEOs of O'Reilly. I've fished with him. And so anyway, through the course of the last year or so, I've been dealing with the O'Reilly people. And sure enough, I asked Jeff and I asked the other people at O'Reilly if they were interested in my advertising. And sure enough, they are. And so I have a new advertiser, a new sponsor. It's the O'Reilly people. And it's out of Springfield, Missouri, along with Bass Pro Shop. So now Springfield, Missouri is my home base. I got Bass Pro Shop, and I have O'Reilly right there in the same town. And it's so great when I travel, because I travel all over the country, and there's 6,000 O'Reilly stores. I can always find a tire, I can find a battery, I can find anything I need. It's so convenient. It's such a great thing. I've just thank you, O'Reilly, a wonderful sponsor. Okay, let's go again. Let's see what we can get going here. Let's throw it back out. Same spot. I don't know if there's a whole school here or not. I don't know what the heck's going on. Drop it in there. Just, you know, sometimes you come up to a pond like this and you make a little commotion, and by catching a fish, another fish over there hears that fish, and it comes over, and then you catch him, and another fish over there hears that commotion, and finally you kind of gather them in, right at the one spot. So that could be the case. I might be attracting fish by catching the fish that I've caught. I could be attracting them around from other parts of the lake. Okay, it's real slow. See, that's the thing. It's cold weather. I don't have a thermometer, and I don't have a way to test the temperature, but it's spring turkey season, and the water temperature's in the low 50s. And when it's like that, it's not a particularly good topwater time. It could be a good spinnerbait time. See, there's a lot of other lures. I'm just trying this one lure to start with, but this is my primer deal. You know, when I go to a lake like this one that I've never fished before, and I heard there were some good fish in it, and sure enough, I've caught some big ones already. I'm going to start off with this Senko. I'm just making a short cast. See, it's deep. Now here's what people fail to realize. In a pond like this, we're on the dam right here. That means the deepest part of this whole lake is only out there like 30 feet out, because that's where this whole thing tapers down. So I'm throwing in pretty deep water. I don't need to make a long cast, because the edge of this dam face is all along here, and there's some logs on it, bushes and stuff. And so I'm considering the fish are fairly close to the edge here, because it drops off deep. So that's why I'm just making a little bitty cast. I'm not throwing way out there. So a lot of people make the mistake of, they come to a pond, they want to throw way out in the middle. That's not always the case. Sometimes they're on the bank. In this case, the pond dam, the deepest part of the whole lake is right here, just right there. So that's what I'm making a short cast. I'm hitting a bunch of sticks and logs. You see, by holding this rod high, I can feel all that stuff. I can feel the logs, and sure enough, I'm feeling logs. A bunch of sticks and stuff. Maybe there's another big bass here. I don't know. Okay, let's see. I'll make a little bit farther cast out. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. Wow, that's deep. That's 10 or 12 feet deep right there. That's probably almost the deepest part of the lake. Just kind of ease along. Now, it's kind of cool weather, and a lot of times in the cold weather, the big fish get to the deeper water. This is the deepest water in the whole lake, right here by the dam, by the road. So it could be that's why those two big fish were there. They were on that log. Well, there's another log right there. Some kind of log. Big old bush or something. The log's way over there. Ooh, right there by the big log. It's pretty shallow. Oh, he's got it. Oh, he's got it. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I got, but I got something. I got a big fish. I guess it's big. I don't know. It feels pretty big. Feels good. Third fish of the day. Ooh, what we got, son? Good one. Another big one. Oh, yeah, look at that guy. Another big old giant bass. Big old giant bass. Big old 5-pounder or something. A really good one. Look at this guy. Another big fat fish. Another great big one. Look at this guy. Oh, Another big monster. Another monster. 3 monsters in a row, folks. This is incredible. This is incredible. Look at the size of these fish. They're so big and fat. Big 5 and 6 pound fish, just as big and heavy as fat as can be. I'm talking about monster fish. And these have been not caught before. That's the beautiful thing about, look at that thing. It's got to be 6 pounds. It's short and fat, and look how thick it is. It's just thick as can be. It's a football. This is a football. A big fish. Let me drop it back. Ooh, son. Okay. Well, that was a long cast, and what I targeted on was that big log that's off that point there. Now, so far, what have I found? Logs are the deal. Logs are the deal. I've thrown into open water, I haven't had a bite, but I've thrown to a couple different logs, big heavy logs, and the fish were on the logs. So that's horizontal cover. It's really a big deal. I'll make another cast to that same spot. Okay, that's right in the rod. That's right where that last big 5, 6 pounder hit. Right there in that log. Let's see if I pull it back. No, he didn't hit it. Just shaking it loose. I feel it kind of caught in there. Just shake it off. Shake it out. Now, 1 bass, 1 log. 1 log, 1 bass. That log had 2 bass. Who knows? There's one, son. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. Come on out. Big old bass. I'll tell you. Just good fish. Good fish. Come on. Come on out of there. Oh yeah, I know it would have to pay off. Oh yeah, he's running that log. See this big log right here? Big old fish. Big old. Look at this size of this fish. It's a big old giant one. That's what it takes. I knew I'd catch another big one. I know it came up to this log. This big log right here, he's a giant. He's probably the biggest one of the day. Really a big one. Look at this guy. This is what it takes. This is what it's giant fish in the 8 pound class. Look at that. Huge giant fish. Well, I tell you folks, you've seen what the Senko can do. Monster bass. Monster bass. That's like an 8 pounder. It's really, really big. Look how fat and big he is. He's just a huge fish. Well, that's what it's all about. It might even be a 9 pound fish. It's just gigantic. It's just really, really heavy and thick and big. And it's never been caught before that I can see. It's a trophy fish. And you can catch trophy fish on Senkos. You saw what I did. Hey, I threw it in. I took the weight off. And I got this log, and I went by the log, and sure enough, that weightless Senko finally put the big fish in the boat. Well, not in the boat, on the bank. Okay, let's let them go, folks. Hey, thanks for watching this YouTube. We really enjoy bringing you all this information. Showed you the ABCs of Senko fishing. We'll see you again soon.